Hey, what's up guys? It's Louis back with another video. Today we're going to be learning how to calculate calories if you're trying to lose weight, maintain weight, gain weight. We're going to learn how to calculate that, okay? So one of the first things you have to find out is what your BMR is. So your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, which is how much calories you need to stay alive, without doing nothing, just breathing, your heart beating, stuff like that, just to keep your body functioning at a good level without you doing anything in a rested state, right? So that's your basal metabolic rate. So we got to find that out first. Then after you find that out, you have to figure out how much calories you actually burn per day, meaning how much calories you burn even like when you work out, you walking around. If you have a job where you gotta walk a lot, you walking around, going from this place to that place, just being active all throughout the day, plus you're working out, right? So you gotta find that out. So first, for us to find out how much calories you burn in a whole day, including your workouts and stuff, we gotta find out what your BMR is, which is how much calories you burn not doing nothing in a rested state, right? So the first thing we would do for the calculations is women and men are different. So for women, if you want to find what your BMR is, this is the formula you want to use. You're going to do 655.1 plus 9.563 times your weight in kilograms. So you gotta transfer your weight into kilograms, okay? And then plus 1.850 times height in centimeters, okay? And then minus 4.676 times your age in years, right? And that will give you your BMR. That will let you know how much calories you burn in a rested state, okay? For men, for you to find that out, for you to find your BMR out, you're gonna have to do 66.47 plus 13.75 times your weight in kilograms plus 5.003 times height in centimeters minus 6.755 times your age in years, okay? So once you do that, you'll find out what your BMR is. Now, once you find out what your BMR is, now you gotta take your BMR and you're gonna have to multiply your BMR by one of these activity levels right here, okay? So once you do that, then you'll find out how much calories you actually burn per day. Now, this is where you have to be honest with yourself, okay? You gotta be honest with how active you actually are. Not because your watch tell you do 10,000 steps that you need to put very active. That's not active, okay? I do 10,000 steps without even feeling like I did 10,000 steps, and that's nothing, okay? So a lot of people, they like, hey, I did 10,000 steps. My watch told me what I did today, how much I moved equal to 2 miles. That's nothing. Unless you're doing 2 miles in 10 minutes or 15 minutes or something, you're really not exerting yourself to burn no calories that's gonna really count, right? So when you do that, you find the amount of calories you're burning in that whole day, then you could take away from it to be in a deficit so you could lose the weight, or you could keep it at that number so you could maintain, or you could add to that number so you could be in a calorie surplus so you could gain weight, gain muscle, right? So I already did the math just so the video could go a little bit faster, So I'm the type of person, I don't like math, I hate math, but I like fitness, so this is part of it, so I gotta do it, right? So for me, what I did was I took the 66.47 plus 13.75 times my height in plus my weight in kilograms, I apologize, plus my weight in kilograms, and, or let me go over. So I went 66.47 plus 13.75 times my weight in kilograms plus 5.003 times my height in centimeters minus 6.755 times my age in years, and that gave me 1,788 calories. Okay, it was 1,788 point something, something, something. So you could say 1,789, 88, 89, right? And that's my BMR. That's how much I burn, you know, just to stay alive without doing anything, right? So for me to find out how much I actually burn in a day, I had to figure out what my activity level is, right? So how my day usually go on a really strict weeks, you know, months, is I wake up in the morning, I go to the boxing gym at 4 o'clock, I train till like 6, and then I come back home, I might do a workout or just get something to eat, whatever, right? And then I work out again around like maybe 11, 12 o'clock, get something to eat, you know, and then some days I go back to the gym, the boxing gym, train again, whatever the case may be, right? So I do my boxing gym, I strength train, I run, and sometimes I do 6 to 7 days a week. Sometimes I do 5, 6 days a week, but it's always intense. So personally for me, I'm right between these two right here. So this is sedentary. Sedentary meaning little or no exercise, right? And you'll have to take your BMR and multiply it by 1.2 to find out what your active metabolic rate is if you're sedentary with no exercise, okay? So if you lightly active, exercise 1 to 3 days a week, you'll take your BMR and multiply it by 1.375 to find out what your active metabolic rate is. And if you're moderately active, exercise 3 to 5 days a week, you will take your BMR and multiply that by 1.55, and that will tell you what your AMR is, or active metabolic rate is, or in layman's terms, how much you burn in the day, right? Active, exercise 6 to 7 days per week, and that's BMR times 1.72. And then very active, hard exercise is 6 to 7 days a week, BMR times 1.9. Okay, so I could do either one of the two, because certain weeks I feel like I'm more in just the regular active stage, you know, just like, you know what I'm saying? And then certain times I do my 8-mile runs, 10 miles or 6 miles, and my training is a little bit more intense when it comes to my boxing and stuff, and when it comes to my strength training. And you know, when you're doing so much, when you're breaking your body down so much, you know, it's a lot of work, you know, so we're gonna keep it around there. But for example purposes, I did 1.9. So for me to know what my AMR is, I already did my equation to find out what my BMR was. Then I found out what my activity level was, and I took that number, which was very active, which was 1.9, and I multiplied that by my BMR, and that gave me 3,397 or 3,398, right? Because it had point whatever. So either one. But this is the amount of calories right here that I burn in the day. This is about approximate. So with all the math and stuff you do, it's always going to be a guesstimate, you know, an estimate, you know what I'm saying? Guesstimate, estimate, whatever one you want to use. It's not going to be exactly precise all the time. Reason being, every day there's something slightly different. For it to be exactly the same every day, you got to be doing the exact same thing. Like from the way you walk, to the pace you run, to the pace you work out. Everything have to be the exact same. So certain days you're gonna burn more, certain days you're gonna burn less. This is just giving you a general idea of where you need to be, okay? So this is going to be my active metabolic rate, right? So that's how much I actually burn. This is how much I need to stay alive. This is how much I actually burn with all the activity I do, right? And if I want to lose weight, I just subtract. A pound a week is the best place to be when it comes to losing weight. This is where you want to be safely. So if I want to lose a pound a week, I would have to be in a 500 calorie deficit every day. So I would take this and subtract 500 from it. If I want to be in a calorie surplus, I would probably add 100, 150, 250, maybe 500 the most. I don't want to be adding too much food, right? So I'll probably add a little bit to it, but that's going to keep me in a surplus, you know, help me put back all the calories that I burn and still have a reserve, right? And if I want to maintain, I'll just eat this amount right here. You know, I want to maintain, I want to keep my weight exactly where it was or where it is. I'm gonna just eat the same amount that I burn every day. You feel me? And that's basically it, you know? It's no big rocket science thing. Also, to keep it real with you, there are calculators online that you could use too as well. You know, calorie calculators to just make things a little bit easier. Because remember, all you trying to find is a ballpark, somewhere to start. Because you'll never be exact. Let's say out of the 365 days a week, you might have a day or two that you just luckily was exact on the amount that you calculated. You know, nobody can tell you they exactly know, you know, how much calories they burn, and they didn't dissect their body and do this and do that and do this and do that. You know, God is the only person that could come down here and tell you like, hey, you burn 3,850.9876543, you know what I'm saying, to be exact, you know. So everything is going to be a little off here and there when it comes to calculation. Is giving you a ballpark of where you is, a general idea of where you is, so you could play with it. This is where, when you find these numbers out, this is why you need to check your weight to see where you at. You know, every week you check, okay, boom, I'm going down. So I'm on a good pace. If you plateau, you stuck, then you know, okay, I gotta switch something. I might gotta switch the intensity of my workout. I might have to go down some more in calories a little bit. I might have to do this. Then you know, because it's all, you just experimenting as you work. You gotta test, gotta check. You know, even the people who've been doing bodybuilding or been into fitness for 20, 30 years, up to this day, they still check their weight. They're still playing with calories and calculating, and you know what I'm saying? So this is how to do it. I'm gonna put the formula in the description. So you will be able to go in the description and see the formula and do it, because sometimes it's good to use the calculator online and then still do this to see what the differentiation was, and you know, kind of give you an idea of, okay, this might be off, because when you do the calculator and you do this, both of them gonna give you a slightly different number, you know. So, all right. Like I said, it's gonna be in the description. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. You get a lot of videos coming, workouts, this, that, you know. But today I just wanted to talk about this because a lot of people, they struggle with finding out how much calories and stuff like that. Remember, this is the most important part too. You know, when I say most important, meaning being honest with yourself and how active you actually are. You know, don't pick moderately active and multiply your BMR by 1.55 when you know you sedentary. You're not doing no exercise. What did you do? You mowed the lawn, so you felt like, okay, I mow my lawn, I do this. Listen, bro, be honest. Just be honest, you know? And that, the more honest you are with how active you are, the easier it is for you to get the results you're looking for, okay? My name is Louie again. Peace. See you guys next time. I'm out.